Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right, we got to figure out what's going on today, man. We got to figure out what's going on. What's going on, Trucker? How's it going, brother? Let's see what's going on. What's going on, Lenny? So what's good? About to figure out right now, brother. About to figure out right now. Woke up today, seen the markets weren't looking too pretty. So we can't run from it, man. We can't look the other way. We have to figure out what's going on. We got to figure out what's going on. We got to figure out if our money is safe, right? When it comes to being in crypto or stock. Well, I'm not in stock, but we have a little bit of stock, but the amount of money I have in stock is nowhere near the amount of money I have in crypto. So it's not too much worry with the stock with me. But the stock markets do affect crypto, and everything is getting affected right now, I feel like. But I want to actually break that, like dive into it and actually discuss what's happening before, just having a random panic or a random a random standpoint without even knowing the full news. So I'm waiting for a few more people to come in, right? A few more of the crypto fan members in here, and then I'm gonna pretty much break down the idea of this topic. And then there's another content creator, there's another YouTuber who I've been watching a lot lately because he covers all the when it comes to crypto, the economy, possibly recession, this, that, and third, issues, like any news that affects the crypto market or just the markets in general. He covers it, so I want to actually watch his video after I do my intro pretty much. But thank you all for tuning in. This is, I feel like, a very, very important live stream to watch. This is one of them live streams you don't want to miss because at the end of the day, none of us want to lose money. So we want to make sure that we ain't out here losing money when it comes to either investing in crypto or stock or whatever the case may be, right? So stock market's trending. Stock market India, stocks to buy, stock, hashtag stock market crash, hashtag economy, economy, hashtag recession. Please don't be trending. Okay, it's not trending, but hashtag FOMC and hashtag watch this, must watch. Must read, must see moment, must read, whatever. All right, so thank you all for joining me. All right, thank you all for joining me. I hope you're having a wonderful, Thursday. It's May 5th, 11:18 a.m. I'm currently on the PDT time. So the first thing we had to discuss right now, as you look over here, Bitcoin is below $37,000. I thought that the FOMC or I thought the Fed rate hike went pretty well, right? That's pretty much one of the huge things that happened yesterday when people were trying to figure out if the Feds were going to raise the rate hikes up to 75%, which didn't happen, right? They said they pretty much is going to do like keep it at 50%, but at the same time, I do believe, and because at the end of the day, I'm not going to pretend like I know everything, but this is something I'm still trying to learn. Even though the Fed pretty much announced that they're going to keep it at 50%, there still, I believe, has to be some type of maybe like the market's going down, or this, that, and the third, as far as trying to get the economy back to where they're trying to get it to. Their whole goal is, and this is what they're saying, right? Their whole goal is to try to get prevent us from going into a recession. So it's kind of like, in order to prevent us from going into a recession, we're still could potentially go into a recession because people are trying to like save money or whatever the case may be, or fears around the markets and everything. But like I said before, I don't know too much about it. I'm still trying to learn this myself, but I'm like, you know what? Why not just live stream it to where the whole crypto fam could learn, like we could learn it together. And I feel like this guy right here, Cryptos Are Us, shout outs to him. He's like one of the best when it comes to just talking about this and everything. So yeah, what up, BT Film? He says, I'm glad I didn't get fall into that trap yesterday. I'm glad I didn't get fall into that trap yesterday. What trap you talking about, Ray? I'm gonna give like another minute or two, and then we can start watching this this live stream this video right here. I know he's gonna go over everything as far as the charts and stuff, but look at right here. I mean, Bitcoin took a huge dip, right? And I feel like for Bitcoin to go down this much, what's going on, Mom? Oh, I'm call it free. I feel like in order for Bitcoin to go down this much, obviously some whales dropped it. Like this is like a straight just. I've never even been on a roller coaster or even seen a roller coaster that dropped down this much. But again, keep in mind, whenever Bitcoin is affected, you know, a lot of other cryptos in the cryptocurrency space are affected like also. But the thing that really sucks about this, the really thing that like annoys me when it comes to this is, I feel like in general, crypto, I've been seeing a lot of like positive crypto news, a lot of like big crypto news and stuff. Why your phone's in here? I feel like crypto actually had a lot. It says fall in that crypto trap. It said you would have lost all gains. I mean, it's not looking good right now. Definitely, it's definitely not looking good right now. But yeah, overall, I feel like crypto, Bitcoin actually has like a lot of positive news for once. When we actually start getting a lot more, multi-billion-dollar companies, trying to like either invest or speak positive about crypto and Bitcoin. It's so whack that out of all the times where I feel like this year, this month, like the month of May or maybe the month of June, could have been like an amazing month for crypto or amazing months for crypto, right? Just all this other stuff is happening, right? You still got the war in Ukraine, which let me see. Somebody said that the war in Ukraine may have live updates. Yeah, somebody said that the war in Ukraine may have stopped, but it ain't looking like it stopped right here. So you still got that. You still got fear of recession. You got the rate hikes, still coming up, which I mean, they're not as bad as the 75% increase, which, long story short, would have been way worse. I'm sure Bitcoin would have been a lot lower. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually just hop into this video. Like I said, I'd rather have him explain everything and we just kind of learn together. But this is, again, this is Cryptos Are Us. He's like a cryptocurrency content creator, but he covers a lot of just issues as far as like why the price might be down and what we can probably expect. So I'm gonna just chill back and just watch the videos, and yeah, it's like a 30-minute video, not too long. So
welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So I think you guys know.
Also, before we do hop into it, real quick, if you look at the bottom where it says news, I said no one knows how the market / economy will do. So right now, when it comes to me, as of right now, I'm prepping for a recession just in case there is one, because I notice a lot of times there's people who, they don't know if a recession is going to happen or not. So it's like they kind of just wait and see what happens. I'm not trying to be one of those people that wait and see what happens. I'm trying to figure out what's going on right now. And even regardless if, it's recession or not, at the bottom again where it says, extra food, it says, make sure you have extra food, have, survival kits, have extra money, have like, multiple ways, like multiple incomes, right? If you have one job, I would definitely recommend whether it has to be YouTube or, I don't know, like as far as crypto, again, crypto is, I feel like it's getting riskier because of this other stuff that's going on. But just try to have some other multiple ways of income. That's always a plus when it comes to these type of times. Having multiple ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways of racking in more money to pay the bills, to have, to pay for extra food, this, that, and third, to keep the lights on. You want to have multiple ways of income. And also, anybody who plans on staking long term, who plans on actually like holding certain cryptos for long term, and I mean cryptos that you feel like you can actually see, be here and last long enough to be here next year. I'm not talking about Superman Inu. I'm not talking about like some other coin that most likely ain't gonna be here in like the next month or two. If you plan on having some cryptos that you feel like are long term, if they have the option to stake them, because I mean, if you're going to be holding them anyways, if you're going to hold them long term, why not stake them and just earn more passive income while the market is trying to figure out what they're going to do, right? And then last but not least, have license protection, whether y'all got licensed weapons, as far as like licensed guns or whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, you never know what's going to happen, man. When it comes to certain recessions and this, that, and the third, I've seen a lot of movies, all right? And I know a lot of movies is actually real life. A lot of stuff happens in real life. So make sure you got protection, extra money, right? Extra passive income, and of course, extra food. If you get, like my mom and I, we have a deep freezer. We have a bunch of food locked in a deep freezer, right? We have, extra survival kits. We got food that'll last for a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years and stuff. A first aid kit, extra water, all that stuff. Like the next time you go grocery shopping, don't just go grocery shopping for, the food that you plan on eating for that week and the next week. Go grocery shopping and buy some food that can last, for the next month or 2 or 3 months, right? But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. He says, what's going on with Shinja? People while it's acting weird. I have no idea what's happening with Shinja right now. I wouldn't mind talking about that maybe like after this other stuff, but yeah, I'm not even sure. It's been a while since I've been into Shinja right now, but right now I'm talking about what's going on with Bitcoin and like the overall markets, because the overall markets right now is being affected. But yeah, without further ado, thank y'all for being patient with me, man. Let's go ahead and hop in this, man. Let's figure out what's going on. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So let's go ahead and watch this again. Shouts to Crypto Are Us. Cryptos Are Us. See what he says.
Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So, I think you guys know what's going on. Or maybe you don't know what's going on. And that is why I am here. WTF, what is going on with Bitcoin? I'm going to explain what is going on and, more importantly, what we should do about it. All right, let's get started. Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me on social media and the brand new Cryptos Are Us Clips channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's one of those mornings, guys. It's one of those mornings.
It's one of them days
where it looked bad, and then it got worse, and now here we are. Okay, so we are at 36,700, roughly about 37,000, and you could see we had a dramatic drop from this morning when Bitcoin was still holding around 39.5, and then boom, 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 boom. So that's what happened. That's what happened. But why did it happen? Well, a couple of things. Number one, and this morning I streamed it. The DXY is on an absolute tear. You could see yesterday during a Powell meeting, DXY went down, then shot up. In fact, it just broke into 104, which is an all-time high. Now it's kind of down a little bit, but you can see the DXY is rising up.
For those who don't know, the DXY is pretty much the dollar currency index. And from what I've been learning, it seems like whenever the US dollar currency chart is going up, it seems like whenever that chart is going up, that's when, Bitcoin starts going down. Whenever Bitcoin is going up, this is when, that's usually when like the US dollar currency chart is going down. So, yeah. And the reason being is because, of course, the more money that comes into crypto, the more money that comes, off of this chart right here when it comes to the US dollar currency. So pretty much it's saying like whenever, like I said again, when Bitcoin is going down and the overall crypto markets, like the overall crypto market is going down, the global crypto market is going down, that's why you can pretty much rely on seeing like the US dollar chart going up, because people are taking money out of crypto and putting it in, fiat, which is, the US dollar, like the US currency or whatever currency you have where you from, right? So
up very, very, very fast. The US markets are absolutely getting clobbered right now. Dow at negative 1100. Remember yesterday's rally was only plus 900. NASDAQ is almost to negative 700. I don't think you guys realize how bad that is for the NASDAQ index to be down 5%. And this morning I mentioned about e-commerce or online commerce stores getting absolutely wrecked because all of their earnings have came in below expectations. So that is what's happening right now. But why did the DXY go up, and why did the stock market crash, and why is Bitcoin at where it is right now? Well, it's really simple. It's due to inflation. That's what it's due to. The reason why DXY went up is because the Bank of England decided to raise their rates very, very high, in line with basically the Fed from the US. A 5 basis point, 50 basis point up. Now interest is up to 1%, and people are fearing that inflation is out of hand. In fact, some people are saying in England inflation is above 10%. That's why Bank of England, just like the US Fed, has to raise rates, right? And what is the DXY pegged against? Well, the British pound. That is one. Also others, like Germany, hits a 4-decade high inflation for a single month. Okay? So Europe is also suffering from inflation right now. So obviously, Germany is in Europe. Many other countries are in Europe. And the euro is also suffering. So that is why the DXY is going up. Because, again, the DXY is made up the US dollar versus the British pound versus the euro versus the yen, and they're all collapsing right now. Every single one is collapsing. So actually the USD, even though it's collapsing less than other currencies around the world. That is why DXY is going up. But bottom line is this: people are just very fearful of the rising inflation, the rate hikes that's being done right now to try to curb inflation, plus the economy of the countries around the world slowing down. That's why e-commerce and all these guys, all these earnings have been pretty bad recently outside of the big tech companies. But this morning I showed eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Wayfair. They all got clobbered because not that many people are spending right now. And what makes things worse is this: worker output fell 7.5% in the first quarter, biggest decline since 1947. 1947. Okay? Weekless job claims also increased, well above Wall Street estimates. So labor force isn't as strong as Powell says either. It's hard to fill those jobs, and people are still quitting. So there's a lot of vacancies. So the companies are not doing as well, right? So that's basically exactly what's going on right now, okay? There's a lot of fear about recession, whether or not the Feds and banks around the world could actually curb inflation. And let's not forget, part of that inflation risk is from the war and supply chain issues. And right now, China is suffering from another COVID, and a lot of Europe is suffering from disruptions from Ukraine. Of course, Russia is also threatening to cut off oil and gas. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that I've been talking about, right? But out of all days, today seems to be kind of like coming to surface, and again, scaring the bejesus out of everyone, right? That is exactly what's happening right now. All right, and then throw more fun on top of what I just said. Senator Elizabeth Warren also does not like the fact that Fidelity is going to offer Bitcoin in people's 401k. So now she's going to try to, like, I don't know, question Fidelity and ask them to basically testify and say why it's safe. So you got more FUD on top of everything else, right? And because of today's FUD, you have a ton of liquidations. Okay, usually when you see a big, you know, down wick like this, like I've been showing you guys.
Let me check the live Bitcoin chart right now. Oh, come on, Bitcoin. Oh, goodness gracious. Now we're at 36,363. Oh, man. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. So we went from 39,500, right, at, so what was this? What time was this? What time was this? Someone from 13. So why is this kind of off? The 4-hour chart. So 12. Man, this is whack.
Guys, whenever you have like a big down.
This year's Black Swan is intriguing.
Like this, it's usually due to massive sell-off, and it's usually due to liquidations, right? When you have 200+ million, close to 300 million of longs liquidated, that's an enormous amount of sell pressure on top of the sell pressure that already exists. So that, of course, drove things even lower.
Might be time,
right?
yo, might be time to start putting some stuff in that stable coin, y'all.
Long leverage or leverage in general.
Because it looks like regardless of what's coming from.
Does not stop. And these are the ultra greedy.
It's kind of looking like regardless of what positive things is happening in the cryptocurrency space, it don't matter because it's getting just overshadowed by everything else that's going on with, you know, crypto itself. So, man, this sucks. This really sucks, if I'm being honest. Let me check BTFA. Damn, even BTFA down 22% right now. I'm seeing a bunch of, I think these are reflections or something. Bad y'all. Man. What did he say? Hey guys, can it be covered that we burn over 100K in Binance today also, like BK listing? Sure, got you. Sure thing, got you, D. All right. It's the only second we're not buying more. What's going on, Nicholas? All right, let's go back. Let's go back.
Ones, not even the average one. The sell pressure that already exists. So that, of course, drove things even lower, right? The number of people that's playing long leverage or leverage in general just does not stop. Does not stop. And these are the ultra greedy ones, not even the average ones. These are all playing with their 50 and 100x leverage. That does not help the market too. So that also contributed, but mainly is because of the other stuff I've been talking about. All right, so that is exactly what happened with Bitcoin, what's going on with the economy right now, why the DXY is going up, and why the U.S. market is down and in the shitter, okay? There. Now, with all of that said, am I turning bearish? The answer is no. No, I am not turning bearish, and here's why. Because all of the fundamental things I've been talking about has not changed. Okay, and I'm going to show you some of those things. Short term, I've always said there will be a XRP guys are hacking me today. And what I was saying, yes, I realize that there does seem to be this one-on-one correlation right now between NASDAQ and Bitcoin.
Yo, what's going on, DNA? Said BTFA HERE. Said, sub, bro, just popped in there. Is there any word of the Binance token claiming I'm only getting like 2.5% every day? Yeah, we ended up doing the math behind it, Grave. So let me know how many coins you have, and I'll do the math for you and see if that's correct. He says, what's this guy's name again? He's good to watch. His name is Cryptos RS. I'll put it right here, actually. Text Cryptos RS. Cryptos RS. No problem. What's the name? Crypto. You said I got you. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. I can put this back on.
And that's because the Wall Street traders, the ones that are dabbing and buys, that there does seem to be this one-on-one correlation. I always said there will be a XRP guys are hacking me today. And what I was saying, yes, I realize that there does seem to be this one-on-one correlation right now between NASDAQ and Bitcoin. And that's because the Wall Street traders, the ones that are dabbing in both, they're making both to be the same. When they panic sell tech, they also panic sell Bitcoin. And when they panic buy NASDAQ, they panic buy Bitcoin, right? But what hasn't changed is the long-term holders of Bitcoin, they continue to stay strong. They continue to hodl and DCA. It's just that new fresh money has not come in yet. And because of what Wall Street is doing and being irrational and being very reactive day to day, it seems like it's just a big casino now, and no one is really taking advantage of anything. This is actually something that Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger said recently, even though they both hate Bitcoin, but they did say the stock market seems like it's just a big casino now because everyone's trying to guess and jump on and jump off, and no one's really investing, and that's what's happening right now, right? So I know there's a big correlation right now, and many people are frustrated, like, why should I be in Bitcoin or why should I be in Ethereum when it's just tracking the U.S. markets right now? So that, I know, is frustrating. It is. Even frustrates me. It shouldn't be correlated at all, not to this extent. But think about what is going on around the world. There's too many big events.
See what the chat's saying. So I was screenshotting my staking vault. Just 2 minutes I have in there. Bloodbath right now. Yeah. What's going on? No name. I have 120 million. So if we do the math right, 120 million. See the calculator. Is the calculator at? So 120 million. He said bought another bag of BTFA and BTFA on that dip. I mean, I'll be honest with you right now. I don't know when that dip is going in, man. Because gathering all the news I'm trying to gather right now, I've already kind of just chilled back on buying more crypto. With all this economy stuff going on, just like the fear of recession, I'm watching this guy's videos right now. But as far as just everything, like as far as inflation, the fidelity issue, people liquidating, there's so many things going on right now as far as the economy and stuff that the markets are. Obviously, this is why Bitcoin is looking the way it's looking at right now. That's why me personally, and this is just my opinion. Me personally, I'm not buying anything. I'm not buying any more crypto. Not right now. Not until I get a solid idea of what the ground floor of the dip is gonna be. So I ain't about to buy no dip and then it's gonna keep going down and then I'm just screwed. But that's just me though. I mean, I feel like as long as you keep dollar cost averaging or doing what you do best, then hopefully everything pans out. But as of right now, I ain't putting no more money into crypto. I already got enough money into crypto. 120 million. And that's just me keeping it real. Like I'm not even, I wouldn't even just sit here and just bullshit you like, yeah, man, keep buying it. Me personally, I'm not looking forward to put, not today, not this moment. 120. So pretty much. So Grave, let me share this with you, bro. Let me share this with you, brother. So we got 120 million, right? Let's do the math on that. So first off, it was two different cuts when it came to the Binance token, right? So the first cut was them halving the amount they gave us because Binance was already low in supply, right? It was already a scarce amount in Binance. So what they did was they pretty much instead of giving us that 1-to-1, they gave us that 1 to 0.5. So when we do that with the amount you have, we'll do 120 million divided by 0.05. I'm sorry. Well, no, I did that wrong. So we'll do 120 million divided by 2. 120 million divided by 2, you get 60 million. And then there was another cut because of the so that was from the scarcity of Binance, and then the fact that we went from claiming 10% of our Binance a day to 5% of our Binance a day. So when we do that, right? When we do that, this is when we get 60 million times 0.05, which will give you 3 million. You should be getting 3 million every time you claim your tokens a day. So he says I'm getting 3 million every time I claim, bro, past 3 days. Yeah, so 3 million, that's how much you should be getting. Welcome. For those who are now tuning in right now, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the crypto markets, trying to figure out what's going on with everything that's affecting the crypto markets, which is obviously a lot of stuff. Of course, we're already 10 minutes into the video, but you can go back and you can, rewatch the broadcast and stuff over. I'm gonna read some more comments and I'm gonna dive back into the video. He said, that's where it said now is not the time to buy unless you DCA. Yeah, I agree. I moved everything into Tether. Smart. I just bought 50 million Shiba Inu coins. Okay. Other than my stakes, you have 3 million is correct. Yeah. So yeah, let's figure out some more stuff that he's talking about.
Events that's happening that is definitely having a down pressure on the U.S. economy, economies around the world, right? And there are a lot of people that can't take it, that are not long-term holders. They're more short-term holders, so they will be very reactive and just put everything in the same bucket, right? That is what's going on. But long-term, Bitcoin always finds a way, gets through, and the reason being is because the long-term holders never lose faith. They believe and they continue to hodl and DCA, which is why the metrics and the fundamentals that I've been talking about continue to remain strong. In fact, they're not just remaining strong, they're getting stronger. They are absolutely getting stronger every single day. And let me show you. Let me show you.
Before you do that, let me go grab a snack real quick. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, okay, makes sense, man. I appreciate you clearing it up, bro. Thanks. That's why I rock with you. It's all love. Grave Digger said, now the time to stake your tokens to weather the storm. Yeah, man. It's just, you know, either that, and that's what I said. If you guys look at the bottom where I put where it says news, I said no one knows how the market / economy would do. So for me, I'm prepping for a recession just in case there is one, right? Just in case, you know, the markets go down, if there's like another crypto winter or something like that. And just in general, I recommend, you know, at least 3 things, right? These top 3 things: having extra food, survival kits, you know, extra money, having like a second, third, fourth income, just having multiple incomes, and even passive income, like any cryptos that you feel like are actually long term and you feel like will bounce back once the market bounce back. If they have the staking option for that crypto, then hey, why not why not stake it, you know? And then last but not least, license protection when it comes to recessions and this, that, and the third. It's, especially depending on where you are in the world, it's not a bad idea as far as having a licensed, you know, protection weapon, as far as, you know, a pistol, whatever the case may be is. But yo, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a snack. I'll get back into it. White House is having a press conference. When is this, Nicholas? When is this supposed to happen? second.
For example, for example, Coinbase, right? Coinbase is still having a massive exodus of Bitcoin. Not just them. Most, if not all exchanges are still seeing their reserves diminish. Okay? And this proves it. Balance on the exchanges. Do you notice on the right that it's actually dropping even more now than before? This shows you that the long-term holders continue to DCA. You even have whales, the long-term whales. They continue to DCA. And the number of buying that's going on in the OTC market continues on. And the total reserve, the total circulating number of Bitcoins continue to drop like a rock. Okay? You're not seeing it come back in. You're seeing it leave the exchanges, which is why the liquid supply, the number supply of Bitcoin off the exchanges and is being held, continues to skyrocket. Okay? Again, this is measuring the number of Bitcoins that's off circulation, not in the market anymore. If everyone was panic selling, we would see this dip. We would see this dip significantly. And that is not what's happening. This is going up even at a faster rate right now. So these are important metrics to look at. Also about the miners, I've been talking about the miners a lot. Miners are not giving up. Miners are very important because miners hold arguably the most amount of Bitcoins out there. And if they decide to sell like they had to back in 2021 when they were kicked out of China, you could see that, yeah, it does drop, and the hash rate, and Bitcoin's price dropped significantly. But you can see they are not selling. They're not stopping right now. And they continue to hold all the Bitcoins they have. It adds to the liquid supply. It adds.
He said, he said, hi, I don't care about Bitcoin. I don't own any. Well, I mean, whether you own Bitcoin or not, if Bitcoin is getting affected, the majority of other cryptos that you may own will get affected also. And it's not just for cryptocurrency. This is just for the whole damn economy, bro. What's going on, Nyala? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
To what we're seeing right now being that there's just a lot of holders right now. So these things have not changed. Not one bit. And we still have allies. What I mean by allies? The Luna Foundation Guard just bought another $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now they hold $3.5 billion in Bitcoin. So, unfortunately, this was bought via OTC market, was not bought on Binance like their very first buy. Because that very first buy pumped up. Maybe Do Kwon and the foundation realized that it didn't look good, that they were actually pumping up Bitcoin while they were buying it, right? So this time around, supposedly they bought it via OTC market, so we didn't see effect from this. But again, it shows you we have friends. And again, it shows you we have another $1.5 billion Bitcoin being taken out of circulation. Eventually, the OTC market will dry up. It's not going to be infinite amount of Bitcoins being sold in the OTC market. It will drive up. And where is the Bitcoin coming from? From the exchanges. And arguably, that's already happening. So yes, this is still happening. Still happening. Okay? And what else is there? Well, a lot of people start talking about the next halving event. You know, I tend not to concentrate on this because I don't think that we need another halving event before we start rallying up. But just so people know, we are already halfway to the next halving event. So last halving event is 2020. We're already halfway in 2022. And the next one is in 2024. So it's not too far off. And again, it makes Bitcoin even more valuable and part of the growing fundamentals because the inflation rate of Bitcoin will be cut even more. We're going down from 900 Bitcoin produced per day down to 450 at the next halving event. Along with everything.
So do you own Bitcoin? How many? No, as of right now, I don't. He says, I know, but it won't go so much down. I bet max 34K. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Honestly, I want to focus on trying to have some like extra money. So when they do dip, because I do believe, you know, as long as at the end of the day, as long as you do have holders, the more holders you have, of course, crypto isn't going to dip down too far, right? It's just going to shake it. It's just going to shake it to where, you know, the people at the top who don't want to hold too long are going to get out. But I want to be at that bottom where I can start buying a lot of stuff for a lot cheaper. So right now I'm trying to see I'm moving my money around as far as and it's funny too. I just came up on some like extra money, like what was it, 2 days ago. So I was actually lucky enough to come across some extra money that I'm start looking into as far as what cryptos I can start buying in. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna definitely wait for it to go like to where I feel like it's like you said 34,000, maybe 32. See exactly how low it goes, and depending on how low, like how long it lasts down there, and then when I'm comfortable. Because at the same time, there's even more. There's just more and more news popping up and stuff. So the more bad news, obviously, the more it's gonna go down, and you know, or possibly the more good news, possibly the more it can go up. So I'm chilling But I feel like today is not the day as far as buying the dip, in my opinion, because it just started today. Like Bitcoin was 39,000 yesterday, now it's 36,000 today. So it's so fresh. I feel like it's a little too quick to move as far as decision. So I'm just chilling, just sitting back and listening. You say you still got win stuff? What's win stuff? The problem I got, I never had money when the dip happened. Exactly. That'd be the problem, Limbus. That'd be the problem is not having the money while it's like at the dip. I ain't trying to be in that situation no more. I want to be at the situation where at the bottom of the bottom, I got all the money I want. I mean, I got all the money I need to put into certain other cryptos I want to get back into. We're getting to 0 on BTFA. I'll be buying again. What's BTFA right now? It's at 11. I know when it comes to BTFA, the majority of people holding are like whales, and a lot of people who are also holding are people who are stakers. And honestly, yo, right now, I'm about to message Sway right now and be like, yo, that mobile. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to BTFA, I feel like one of their main priorities right now should be the mobile staking, and start giving people that opportunity to start staking their tokens and stuff. Because the more people that we can have, holding and staking, earning that passive income, like I said at the bottom right here, where I said like make sure you got extra food, survival kit, extra money, extra income, like staking long-term cryptos or whatever, having like protection for the house or just in general. The more staking and stuff that we have for BTFA, or just staking in general for certain cryptos you may invest in, can help as far as prices going down if you plan on holding them long term. That's what I'm doing. So
everything else I've been showing you guys, the miners still increasing their hashing and still keeping everything that they mine, and the liquid supply going up, and whales and long-term holders are still buying, and the reserve is dropping. By the time the next halving event is here, there's no way Bitcoin will not see effect and be much higher, right? So bottom line is this: the long-term fundamentals that I've been tracking are still heading higher, still strong, has not changed at all. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other models out there and stuff that's measuring whether or not Bitcoin's at a bottom and so forth. And they're all healthy too. But I'm looking at all these things, and none of these things changed. If they fundamentally change somehow, if the liquid supply starts dropping like a rock, if the total hash rate of the miner starts dropping like a rock, if the exchange reserves starts increasing, these are things that are indicators that something fundamentally have changed. But no, nothing has right now. So even though we are facing WTF moments, and we are facing volatility, and we're facing possibly the US and many other countries going into recession, I remain strong on Bitcoin, and I remain bullish on Bitcoin. So hopefully this helped calm some of you guys, right? We go through this all the time. We've been through worse. I know. I've said that many times. And I've said that, yes, I remember the days of 4,000 Bitcoin and 10,000 Bitcoin and 20,000 Bitcoin like an old man. But those days were not long ago. They were not. March of 2020 was only 2 years ago, and Bitcoin was below $4,000. So keep that in mind. 2 years ago, Bitcoin was below $4,000, and we are roughly 10x higher from 2 years ago. Ethereum was below $80 2 years ago. Okay? So remember, we will get through it. We always do. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A. All right. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. I apologize. So I'm going to go look through and make sure I didn't miss anything. Um, all right. I'm not going to repeat some of these things I'm saying, but um, what is your percent of stables in your portfolio to buy the dip? I've been saying I think it's a good idea to keep about 20, 25, 30% in cash, meaning stable coins or real cash, right? So that's what I've been holding on to. And I do think that it's advisable, especially now or anytime really, so that you have enough leeway to continue DCA or buy the dip. Andy Soul, I appreciate that. DXY just had an all-time high. It did. It did. And then now it's starting to come back down a little bit. But, you know, I got done saying, I did a whole thing about DXY a day ago or 2 days ago, right? The DXY is not some weird phenomenon. It goes up when the US dollar is showing strength against the euro, the Japanese yen, and the British pound. And there's two others, Swiss franc, and then there's one other. But those are very small, right? And those countries, or region, I should say, is struggling even worse than the US. That's the reason why. The euro is struggling right now. I just got done showing Germany's inflation hit a 4-decade high for a single month, and that's not going to stop. Bank of England is suffering the same thing, right? So they're actually having it worse than the US, which is why the DXY is going up. But the question mark is, at what point does that stop? Or will it stop? Yes, eventually.
Yo. See, for Ross State going ham and never got at the dips WTF. Do you know if they announced the 3 winners for 10K? I'm not too sure. Somebody asked the same question the last time. There was an AMA. I can ask again just to see what's up though. But I mean, yeah, I'll ask again just to make sure. What is Wizards and Dragons? You don't remember? You still got Wizards and Dragons. Yo, Lemons, I have no clue what you talking about, bro. I feel like you mistaking me for somebody, bro. We talking about Winds and Dragons. Oh man, said Winds and Dragons. I'm not sure what you mean, brother. All right, back to the video. No, where were we? All right, Q&A. He said we talked about it in Discord 6 months ago. Winds and Dragons? Oh, Wizards and Dragons. Let me see what you're talking about. Wizards and Dragons. Wait, Discord 6 months ago? You must have sent me like a DM that I checked a long time ago. Guard the tower, Wizards and Dragons 100% on chain. Wait, on chain. This is on chain community driven strategy game combining collectible utility focused. Oh, NFTs with DeFi mechanic. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's kind of interesting. He said, does he mean Nah, he's talking about Winds and Dragons. He's talking about Winds and Dragons. Said they were such a success. Wolf game were a shit against it. Yeah, I don't remember this, but we can come back to this at the end of the stream. It says Prank C, Steve, Aoki, and other big names are in it. Insane. Oh, that's cool.
All right. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. I apologize. So I'm gonna go look through, make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, I'm not gonna repeat some of these things I'm saying, but what is your percent of stables in your portfolio to buy the dip? I've been saying I think it's a good idea to keep about 20, 25, 30% in cash, meaning stable coins or real cash.
All right, yo, this is important.
Right?
Yo, chat, this is important. He's giving an idea of how much, you know, money you should have maybe invested, or how much money you should have in cash for an emergency and stuff, right? Because I even agree that a person shouldn't have their whole, their whole net worth in crypto. I mean, you know, that's just my opinion. Unless that person has like another income where they just making a bunch of bank, they ain't got to worry. But yeah, this is important. I feel like we should listen to this part.
So that's what I've been holding on to, saying. But what is your percent of stables in your portfolio to buy the dip? I've been saying I think it's a good idea to keep about 20, 25, 30% in cash, meaning stable coins or real cash, right? So that's what I've been holding on to, and I do think that it's advisable, especially now or anytime really, so that you have enough leeway to continue DCA or buy the dip. Andy Soul, I appreciate that. DXY just had an all-time high. It did, and then now it's starting to come back down a little bit. But you know, I got done saying I did a whole thing about DXY a day ago or 2 days ago, right? The DXY is not some weird phenomenon. It goes up when the US dollar is showing strength against the euro, the Japanese yen, and the British pound. And there's two others, Swiss franc, and then there's one other. But those are very small, right? And those countries, or region, I should say, is struggling even worse than the US. That's the reason why. The euro is struggling right now. I just got done showing Germany's inflation hit a 4-decade high for a single month, and that's not going to stop. Bank of England is suffering the same thing, right? So they're actually having it worse than the US, which is why the DXY is going up. But the question mark is, at what point does that stop? Or will it stop? Yes, eventually it'll stop. But when will that stop?
Tony said, fam, is that one of those oikos, Greek yogurts? Those are the bomb? Yeah. Yo, my bad, y'all. I forgot to mute my microphone the whole time I'm over here scraping the thing and stuff. But, yo, the peach flavor, oh my goodness gracious. Now, the peach flavor, wait, where is it? I don't know why my camera always do that. The peach flavor for these are ridiculous. And then too, like I have these like kind of like, they're not granola bars, but they're kind of like these. They're similar to granola bars. I'll put like the granola bars in here, and I'll like just eat them with the yogurt. Oh my goodness, I love them. So good. But yeah, these are the Oiko yogurts. I love them. He said peach is the shit. I used to always get like the mixed berry, but I think I used to get the mixed berry so much, I was like, let me try something different. And then I started trying like the strawberry, and then I tried like the, I think the banana one with the flavor was like the very last one, but peach is like, I love peach.
Don't know. And there is this connection between the DXY and generally the markets, because when the DXY is going up, bond rates go up, and then people sell off everything for stocks. And then that's why you see that inverse correlation. So that is something that has been going on for basically forever.
Oh my
Zach
goodness.
says, just accumulate stable coins. Just accumulate cash. That's how you should put it. Have cash ready on the side. If you don't have cash, you can't buy in. That's the worst.
It said cut up apple, and that that is good to dip in. Ooh, apple. I can see that. What's those like granola? Oh my goodness. Imagine putting like some granola in that too, like some granola, in the yogurt. Cause like I said, like what I put in there, it's not an actual granola bar. It's like a toddler superfood that I eat, but I eat it like I look at it as like a granola bar, but it's not an actual granola bar. But I'm talking about those granola bars you can kind of like sprinkle into it, and you kind of just sprinkle in the inside, and yeah.
Worst part about holding, when you're holding through a bear trend or decline or any kind of correction, it's frustrating. It's more frustrating for me not being able to buy the dip versus, panic selling. I think panic selling never leads to good things. I think having cash ready to be able to buy the dips is a lot more important, and it keeps you motivated in the game too. Nate says buy low, sell high. Yes, that's the right way to do it. Unfortunately, most people, they buy high and then sell low, and that never works out. Dougie says, I'm currently working 50 hours a week again, so hopefully I can start buying soon. Been having to sell my $600 plus crypto a month just to get by since October. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully you get through it. Let's see. Jose says BDC at 37 is attractive buy. I don't disagree with you. I mean, it does seem like, after the liquidations, we had about like $200 to $300 million liquidations. It does seem like we have found that bottom, or at least Bitcoin found that bottom at 36.5, and now we're holding at 37,000, right? Someone also mentioned this to me. I did see this this morning also. Someone talking about bitfinex whales and how there's some heavy buy orders right around 37,000, and it got filled. So some people are speculating that the whales that drove the selling and drove the liquidations did it on purpose to fill those orders at 37,000, right? You may have heard of bitfinex whales because bitfinex has been around for a long time, and there are a lot of whales that's utilizing it. So that also makes a lot of sense. I say whale manipulation all the time. People don't quite understand it or believe it, but there are a lot of whales that are simply ones that are out there to manipulate the market. They have enough plus leverage. They know how to drive things down. They can see the liquidations. They know what it takes to drive.
It says, is this channel about crypto or food? Both. Hey, it's about everything, man. Now the main discussion, like the main topic is crypto, but yeah, we might be talking about some turkey bacon. We might be talking about some yogurt one day. We might be talking about, even the recession. Look at the bottom of, you know what I'm saying? It's about everything, man. And that's another thing too. I was slowly thinking about changing my channel into like it's not even really changing my channel. It's more so just adding more topics. I check your channel on the new article, bro. The new article. Give me a sec. Somebody DM'd me. Medium. Yeah. bad, y'all. Sorry for the clickety clack. Yo, shouts to Fearless. Let me see. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, shouts to Fearless, man. Let me. I want to talk about BTFA also, but I think I'm gonna end this stream once the video's over, and then I'm gonna start a new stream, and then we can talk about BTFA and other cryptos and stuff. But I had to talk about this discussion because, excuse me, because yeah, I feel like this is just something that we can't ignore as far as you know what's going on. See, he put my he put shouting me out in the next, and what's the name? Ooh, yo, Fearless coming through with the clutch mediums, bro. This is what we really need for the community too. There's a lot of people who are, they're either busy working or this, that, and the third. And look at this, he put me down here, yo, crypto family link. That's awesome. But yeah, this is a lot of information, a lot of just step-by-step updates, announcements, and stuff. This is, I love this. I love this. I gotta share this now. Let me see if he already shared this on Twitter. I have 2 60-day BTFA stakes for da 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 and da da da. It says when I claim I only receive 18.4 million BTX tokens, I should be receiving closer to 25.5. Who do I contact to get it corrected? Well, 2 people that you can reach out to is Cryptophonics, right? He is the community leader, and second Sway, which is he's the marketing manager, and just the AMA or the everything as far as he's also a developer. So definitely reach out to them. But yo, skills, do me a favor and add up both your BTFA bags. Add up both of your bags and tell me the number, and I'll do the math on stream for you, and we'll figure it out if that makes sense. If it's way off, then you should definitely reach out to them. If it's off a little bit, even the devs even said, like, if some people have BTFA and their amount is off a little bit, they may or may not look into it, because for one, like when it comes to BTX is already a scarce amount. Like there's already a low supply of BTX because so many people were airdropped. So they're really just trying to focus on people who have like an insane amount of BTX airdrop tokens that are like off. Any ones that cause they said that the amount that some people are receiving are rounded up, like rounded around or something like that. But yeah, just add the bags up for me. We'll do the math, and then we'll have a better idea of what we can do as far as or you can just reach out to them. I mean, you can do what you want, but I was saying, like, if you want me to, I can try to look into it also and just try to help out and stuff. This is BTFA. Glad you're true to the project. Other YouTubers never mentioned BTFA while streaming. Meanwhile, the BTFA devs mentioned them. Yeah, yeah. No. I mean, shit. Since day one, before BTFA even launched, I've been bullish on the project. So, yeah. He says, it said, why cats get salty when the chat deviates a bit? Deviates. Nah, I think Jim B was just joking. If you talking about Jim B, I think he was just joking, because sometimes like we'll randomly talk about food or something like that. I assume he's joking because I've seen Jim B in here a few times, but no, it's all good. I mean, we talk about multiple things. Hey, what's going on, Fearless? Said, mad love, brother. Spread the word. Y'all got you, Fearless. I literally came on Twitter right now to see if you posted it on here so I can retweet it. Here we go. Wait, is this it? Oh no, this is the medium. Yo, nice setup too. I seen the setup that you posted. And the my setup is trash. I gotta get to like a better setup. I just bought like a new microphone, new webcam, and everything. But as far as like my setup, like the way I want it, definitely want to upgrade it and this stuff. Another burn on the BSC side. Big announcement: BTFA has burned. What else do you got? Oh yeah, yo, CryptoPhonics. Tune into the BTFA voice chat. They spread a lot of knowledge. CryptoPhonics will even teach you how to get some frog legs. Oh snap! He is the frog leg hunting king, man. He's the frog hunting king. That's facts. Where's the medium? I'm sure this right here. Binance first ape is making some big moves along with the updates on the Binance launch. Fearless over here making my job easier. Oh, he did. Oh, you did post it. Was it the same one that I just seen? I think it was. That was the same one you just seen. Wait. Because this had the same thing. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you did post it. It's this one. I thought this was just a picture of like the bkex listing. I didn't know this is the medium. This is the medium right here. Quote retweet. From the BTFA team, shout out to Fearless. Next crypto. Crypto NFTs. Token burn. He said, did you skip my last comment? No, I didn't. The exact number of the BTFA I staked is 510. All right, let's do the math on here together. So, one thing that some people, well, one thing that I'll say most people got confused as far as the Binance like airdrop amount was people thought we were just getting people thought we were just getting halved once. It's actually 2 times, and they in the BTFA team they put this on their Twitter, right? So they pretty much announced. It's not on here. Dang it. So they pretty much announced that it was going to be halved twice, right? So for example, right? So the first halving was because at first we were going to be receiving 1-to-1 airdrop. So like if you had 100 million BTFA, you would get 100 million Binance. But because there were so many people that were qualified into the airdrop, the supply amount of Binance was way more scarce. So they ended up changing it to the ratio from 1 to 0.5. I'm sorry, 1 to 0.5. So from that's pretty much like us dividing however much you have. We're gonna divide that by 2. So for example, you have 500 and skills. Let me know if you're still in the chat. Press 1 if you're still in the chat. Yeah, so if you have 500, 843,182. So the first halving is because Binance was scarce, so they switched. Like I said, they switched the ratio from 1 to 1 to 1 to 0.5. So we're gonna do your amount divided by 2. All right. So you get 255,421,591. Right. So that's the first That's the first halving. Now the second halving is because even going back to what the market's looking like right now. Damn, Bitcoin is actually at 36,000 now. Like it's about to, it probably could touch 35,000. But as you see, even right now, right, and this is exactly why that I still give the team props for even thinking about this. We're going through some like a bearish type of sentiment right now. Like the markets is down. It's not really cryptocurrency that has just like negative news over it. It's more so just the other like economic issues and stuff like the war in Ukraine stuff going on, the Fed rate hikes. The government doing whatever they do. There's so much stuff like fear of recession. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now to where the crypto market is being, affected also. The stock market's being affected. Everything's being affected right now, right? Businesses are being affected. So as you see right here, Bitcoin touched $40,000 yesterday. And from $40,000 yesterday, we're already, down at $36,000 Bitcoin today. So Bitcoin went down $4,000 in the past couple hours, all right? And the team knew this. And they knew that if people were still able to claim 10% of their Binance tokens every day, even already seeing that a lot of pre-sellers who got into Binance were already trying to just like dump the token and everything, and a lot of people who were airdrop the Binance were already trying to sell their tokens and stuff, even though there was only getting like 5% at the time. So the team already seen this coming, and they said that in order for us to have a stronger market. Like a stronger chart when it comes to Binance and stuff and BTFA. When it comes to Binance, that's why they lowered the 10% a day for us claiming Binance to 5%. So we're gonna have to have that again. So I'm sorry, not have that, but we're gonna times that. We're gonna times that by 5%, right? So we times that by 5%. So that's going to be. So this is your amount again. Keep in mind, this is your amount after we divided it by 2 because the Binance amount was already like scarce. There wasn't too many Binance tokens. So they had to give us half instead of the 1-to-1 ratio they previously said, right? So now we're going to do 255,421,591. We're going to times that by 0.05, which is 5%, and that's how. Oh damn, I did it wrong. God damn it, I did it wrong. I want to do it over again. It's cool. All right, so let's do it all from the get go. It's even better. So 510,843,182 divided by 2, you get this amount, right? And then now we're going to actually times this by 0.05, and that's how you get 12.7 million. Now you said that you were getting, he said when I claim I only receive 18.4 million Binance tokens, you should be receiving closer to 8 to 25. So technically, you're actually receiving way more than what you should, than what we all should be receiving. Because right here, judging by the calculator, you should be receiving 12.7 million Binance tokens. You're actually receiving 18.4. So you're actually getting a lot more than and you're not the first person. Someone else mentioned the same thing. Someone else mentioned that they were actually what's the word? Receiving more tokens than expected. So yeah. He said BTF down 30%, getting ready. Let's check it right now. Yo, so BTFA is in it. It's down. It's right here. It's everything's down. I mean, Colt's down 6%, Sky Token's down 6%, Sheeb's down 7.5%. Sheeb was in the 20s, now it's below 20s. Terra's down 10%, Crow is down 10%, JPEG is down 17%, ApeCoin, oh my goodness, ApeCoin is down 19%, BTFA is down 30%. So BTFA is the lowest one down at the moment. I feel like because it's the newest project that only makes sense to me. Yeah. I mean, the entire market is getting affected right now. There's a few things that people can do. You have some people who are going to be doing the dollar cost averaging, where that pretty much means if they bought a certain amount of BTFA or any crypto at a certain high level, once like as the market's going down, they can buy the dip, and then them buying the dip at some point, instead of them having to hope to get back to the high level so they can break even. Since they bought the dip, that'll kind of just level it out, and then their neutral zone goes a little lower than what their original high was. So you can do that. Some people do that. These called DCA or dollar cost averaging. Some people probably already sold off at the top, right? Some people probably sold when Bitcoin was at 30,000, 39,000, 40,000. They probably just holding to see what's going on. Some people probably buying a dip. Some people probably are just holding in general and not selling and not buying anymore. Whatever, I will say this, whatever you guys want to do, make sure it's your gut feeling. I'm still trying to figure out my dang self. I'm still trying to figure out my dang self as far as what I want to do. So yeah, the main reason why, again, I wanted to even have a live stream about this is because I don't want to just be one of those people that's always just talking about yo, buy more, I'm buying the dip, I'm not scared of all this other stuff. No one knows how long this is going to last. No one knows how long this is, how far this stuff will keep crashing. So I'd rather just be real with y'all and keep it straight up and be like, yo, whatever your plan is going to be, shit, do something. Or just have some type of plan. Whatever your plan is, as long as you have a plan, that's all that matters, right? So yeah, man. I mean, this is a part of Bitcoin. This is a part of crypto. Of course, this isn't as bad as it's been compared to other times and stuff as far as crypto. Like that time Bitcoin went from 65,000 all the way down to 35,000. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as that. We've seen a lot worse. And keep in mind, there's always going to be the more people who sell, you're always going to have people who just buy the dip. Okay, you always going to have people who are just holding long term. So there's never going to, well, I won't say never, but I don't think that we'll ever see a day so soon where everybody's selling. You'll always have people selling, but you'll always have people buying. You'll always have people holding also. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's smart for us all to be ahead of what we want to do, instead of panicking and I don't know what to do, and just let me just sell another. The more information you have, the more I feel like the more you can make a rational decision. Invest in wind. Nah, that's not financial advice, y'all. Now I will say check out wind, but nah, man. Yo, the limits. Make sure you put non-financial advice in there, bro. Don't have the crypto fam to just throwing money in. I don't even know what wind is. I ain't even did no research on it, man. So make sure you put do your own researches on that one, bro. Cause I don't know what the hell wind is, y'all. If y'all buy into wind, don't come over here asking me for an update on wind. I don't know what that token is about or project is about. So I bet you will recognize it, probably, but if people were to buy into it, oh god. When people buy into something, they come back and ask me, could they have an update or what's going on and why they're down or like that. They're not gonna come back and ask you. They'll come back and ask me. So just keep that in mind, bro. He says if you click the read contract button on the Etherscan page, click one and enter your wallet address, and it will tell you how many tokens you get. Oh, really? If you click the read contract button on the Etherscan page, click one and enter your wallet address. Somebody was actually saying this, it would be a cooler idea if we could know how many tokens we can claim before having to just pay the transaction fee or whatever, or the transaction fee, and then figuring out. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you for sharing this with us, Benji. He said, "Yo, it looks scary." Yeah, I mean it's not looking as tempting, but I mean it's not. I feel like scary to me. And I know everybody's scary is different because everybody has different experience, or people just been into crypto a certain amount of times, or this, that, and the third. Scary to me is if Bitcoin hit 30,000. If Bitcoin hit 30,000, that's when I'm just like, oh shit, okay. Now we got some stuff to talk about. But keep in mind, like I said, just like as soon as you like, just like how there's a lot of people selling, there's a lot of people buying. There's people who are so smart that they already knew this was coming, and they already put a bunch of their money in stablecoin. They already put a bunch of their money on the side just for this dip. So and again, we don't know how long this will be. We don't know if it'll be another week, another month, another year. We don't know, but that's why I said it's always smart to have extra money on the side, have a second income. Shoot, I mean, shit, not even just a second income, a third income, a fourth income. I told people like, yo, man, if you got a job or something like that, man, shoot, like make a YouTube channel to talk about something. You can make a YouTube channel. There's people that's going to make money from talking about this. Like that's one thing. If you really think about that smart, try to have like certain incomes and stuff to where, regardless of what you're talking about, you can make money on both sides of the spectrum. So yeah, I talk like we mainly talk about making money in crypto, but hey, right now I'm doing a live stream talking about crypto going down and what we can do to prevent from this, that, and third and losing money and being prepared. So I also want it's also smart to be on that opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to making income, whether it has to do with making smarter decisions with your crypto portfolio or a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that y'all watching this live stream right now, y'all helping me make revenue. Yo, we just touched the 35,000, y'all. We just touched the 35,000 on Bitcoin. Just touched the 35,000 mark on Bitcoin. It's just like I look at it as like news anchors. News anchors, they always talk. Well, not always, but they the majority of the times, like the news stations and stuff, they talk about negative things as far as the economy and this, that, and the third. But you know what? You know who's still getting paid? The news anchors. The people who's still getting paid? The people talking about it, and their job description is to cover it. So shoot, it's kind of like, let's make money on both sides. Let's make money on the positive end when things is going right. Let's make money on the opposite end, the negative sides when the money's going down. That's a smart way to do it. Is Shiba done? I don't think Shiba's done. I mean, if you're asking this question because of the price, I mean everything's down right now. Like Shiba's the only thing down right now. Like and of course not let me not say everything is down. Oh, that's awesome. They just added this. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, the majority of cryptos are down, right? The majority of cryptos that, really fall under that umbrella of Bitcoin, that be affected by Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is down, they start going down. Those crypto, like, so you got Sky Token down, Crow is down, Sheeb is down, Terra's down, JPEG, Ape's down, BTFA's down, like a lot of stuff that and here's the thing, and this is why I need to just do like another live stream, because I don't want to talk about BTFA and other cryptos until I just start a new live stream. So for the most part, right? For the most part, let's finish this video. This video is very important. I want this guy right here. He's been pretty much talking about like everything that's going on, like why Bitcoin is down, why the market's down, the economy, people expecting a recession and stuff. Let's finish this video, and then I'll take a few more questions, and then we can do like a whole nother live stream and talk about crypto in general, instead of having to just go on for so long. He said, I thought that was my fire alarm detector. Yeah, my bad, Tony. Do you stablecoin your investments at times like this? I do. Plantano. And how do you go about it? Like you ain't gonna stablecoin an investment you're down on, right? It really depends. I mean, if I feel like a coin or a cryptocurrency I'm invested in is going to keep going down, if I'm down maybe a small investment, like if I'm down a little bit, I'll probably just sell it off, just because I feel like there's a big potential that it'll keep going down. But if I'm already down like a whole lot, I'll just chill. And as far as just like what I was saying earlier, even if you look at the bottom of the screen, right? I said, like, this is the number 2 thing. I said, have extra money, have a second income, have a second. Matter of fact, let me change this. Because yeah, we should be having a second, third, and fourth income when it comes to you know, having extra money. So second, third, fourth, second, third, fourth income. And then I said even like look into like the passive incomes that we can use. There's certain cryptos, for example, like Crow or BTFA or even like Bitcoin, Ethereum. If you plan on holding those like these cryptos long term, and they have the ability to where you can stake them. If you plan on holding them long term anyways, you might as well just put them into staking so you can actually accumulate more rewards or accumulate more tokens and stuff for staking those tokens you already plan on not selling, right? So that's what I'm doing. Like I'm still staking my BTFA. I have over 1.6 billion BTFA being staked right now. As far as Crow, I have like a bag of Crow that's being staked. That's gonna be in there for like another month. I got some Ethereum that's being staked on Coinbase. What else? I just took some money off 2 days ago, right? I did take some money off like earlier today. And I'm so glad that like yesterday I ended up getting lucky, just you know, getting into some stuff. And something told me I was like, you know, I was like, yo, I had about like $7,000, right? I had like $7,000. I was like, yo, I should put this into like, you know, into the crypto and stuff. But I started realizing like the majority of the majority of my net worth is already in crypto. And I'm so glad that I played it smart, and I was like, you know what? I already got so much money in crypto. Let me take some of this money out. So I ended up sending 7,000 into my bank account, and now I just have 7,000 chilling in the bank account. And that's how you know. Shout out to y'all again for supporting the channel. Even the YouTube, like the YouTube money's coming through and stuff. Again, that's what I'm telling you. I was telling people, yo, if you want to just have other ways of making money, make a YouTube channel. Like if you are into crypto, talk about crypto. If you are into fitness and health, talk about fitness and health. Like this is the time. Well, it's been the time, but this is really the time to have a second, third, and fourth income. So you can make a YouTube channel. You can be your own boss. You can like I upload videos and do live streams when I'm in the mood to do them. That's what it is. I mean, of course now with the BTFA partnership, like now it's like okay, I know I gotta eventually make a video here and there, especially if they ask like, yo, can you make a video? Bam, I got you. But yeah, it's all about like I'm looking at this as the opportunity of being a squirrel. I'm trying to gather all my nuts for the winter. All right, we don't know if it's gonna be a recession, a crypto winter. I'm trying to gather all my nuts for the winter, so I ain't even gotta be panicking and worried about not having money. So that's why I'm stacking up money now. And I said it earlier in this stream. I'm being 100 with y'all. As of right now, I'm not really looking into buying any like cryptos right now. Not until I get a better idea of what all this crypto market like crash and stuff is happening in the economy. Until I get a better idea, until I see the charts is starting to respond in a better way, as far as like a positive way. If Bitcoin can start going back up, or something like that, then maybe I'll probably start buying into it. But as of right now, I'm good. I already have a lot of money in the crypto, so I don't want to keep digging a super big hole that I don't know how long I'll be in there. Is this the best time to buy? I feel like depending on, it really depends on what crypto you're buying. Not every crypto is worth buying at a dip like this. There's some cryptos that's definitely worth buying because they had that potential of just going to the moon and blasting off later in the future. But if you have a cryptocurrency called Superman Inu or yogurt, Greek yogurt Inu, like, I mean, come on now. Like, do you really see those type of tokens lasting, for so long? I don't. So, like, for example, Ethereum, I don't mind holding Ethereum because I see Ethereum going up in the future. I don't mind holding Crow because I feel like I see Crow going up in the future. VeChain, XRP, those are the ones you want to buy. Like, those are the ones you want to actually get and stuff. Not financial advice, but even with BTFA, like the fact that I'm still staking on my BTFA, even though the price of even though the price of BTFA is going down, and Binance, let's check on Binance. We haven't checked on Binance. Even though the price of BTFA and maybe Binance is going down, it's kind of like I ain't tripping. Why? Because all my tokens are being staked anyways. So I'm still earning more tokens as the token price is going down. So imagine when the token price goes up. So you're looking at Binance, even Binance is down. Binance is down at 1.3, and I'll tell you right now, I even bought Binance when it was at like the 18 or like 19 level, but I'm holding long term, so I'm not tripping about it. Is this the right one? This is the right one, yeah. Volts, BTFA. Oh no, this is BNB. Oh no, this is BNB. My bad. No. Disregard that, y'all. Disregard that. This is Binance for BNB. This isn't Binance Ethereum. Let's check the Ethereum one. And in BTFA, they just burned a bunch of like Binance tokens and stuff. And I think it was. Did they burn BTFA also? I gotta check it again. They just burned a lot of Binance. They just burned like 3% or 4% of the supply. Oh, Binance is doing pretty good. Well, it's down 11%, so it's definitely being affected also. It's definitely being affected also. But Binance, like as soon as Binance started like getting the time to like shine and stuff, all this stuff started happening. But it's all good because they do have more things to come for Binance and BTFA. So I'm not tripping with these. Like I can sleep well at night with these. I'm not tripping. Check window in this stream. Nah. I'm gonna end this stream. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end this stream, and I'm gonna start a new stream because I don't want this stream to go on for too long. I wanted this stream to focus on the whole Bitcoin going down, like crypto market crash, possible recession, economy, Fed rate hike. What is it? Yeah, Fed rate hikes. I wanted to focus on that stuff and like the idea of what we should do to prepare for it. So I'm gonna have to end this stream and start a new one. It's too bad Celsius pulled back staking for under 200K. Had a sweet portfolio going over there. Celsius, what's that about? I haven't heard of that. It says true that probably better to slow down and watch for a minute. Had to stop myself from buying sheep land yesterday, and it was only 5 honey, 2 ETH. It says do I need that now? Probably not. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart, Benji. Definitely smart to just. I mean, that's what I like to do. I like to kind of sit back and just, because I feel like if you sit back and chill and you just keep that extra like in money, like that actual fiat or that stable coin on the side, and then you get a better idea of where the floor price is. Oh man, it's nothing better than having extra money when you know what the floor is, where the floor support is for whatever cryptocurrency you're trying to get into, because that's when you could put money in, and then as soon as it starts going back up, you're already making profit, or you're already getting that DCA effect. It says bearish market is where millionaires are made. The saying, be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. That's true. That's definitely true. I'm gonna start a new stream, y'all. I'm gonna start like a new stream up, and then we can talk about some other cryptos and just start crypto news and everything. Let me see. So yeah. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. If you plan on leaving, I do appreciate you tuning in for this stream. But I'm gonna start a new stream up, and then we can look into other things and just talk about other stuff. But for now, I'm gonna restart this stream right now. So I'll be right back. Much love, Nefty. Much love, brother.